vase design number 2. So this simple vase design only has 5 to 6 flowers within it, and it is within it. So it's an enclosed simple vase design, which means the flowers are going to just be on the inside of the vase. They're not going to be coming out of the vase. And so there's a few benefits to this type of design. One is that you only need a few flowers, and so it can be really good on a tight budget, but can still create high impact. The other benefits and ways to use it is if you are limited in space. And so you can use any size of a fishbowl or round cylinder type shaped vase in various sizes, and they don't take up a lot of space. So they can look really effective and can be great with tropical flowers and or tulips, which is what I'm going to use today. So we only need a small amount of water in the base of this vase. And then what we like to do, particularly with the tulips, is to just leave them out of water for a period of time, just to dehydrate. So what we want is for a lot of that moisture to be out of the stem, because what it allows is for some flex. And so the more flex, then we can hopefully not snap the tulips when we're putting them into the vase. So if they do snap, it's okay though, because you can work with fairly short stems into this design. And then what happens is once we recut the stem, we add it in, and then with the water it's going to drink that up again. And against the cold glass in particular, the tulips will rehydrate and they'll turn quite firm again, which will mean that they'll hold in place quite nicely. So you can really go with any style of this. I'm just going to just slightly curve my tulips around the inside of the vase, and at slightly different levels. So just gently placing them in, again, so as I said, so that they're not, we don't want to snap the head of the tulip. And so that one there I've got at my highest point. And so from here I'm going to scale down. You can start at your shortest point and then scale up, or you can scale down. Having made this a number of times now, I prefer now to scale down, just because I'm more likely to snap a head during the making of it, and then they can be the lower points as I go downward. Now what I'm looking for is one that already has a nice curve in it, and then enough flex to work with as well. So I'm making sure that the base of the stem of the tulip is within the water. I can top it up a little bit at the end, but we don't want to top it up too much, because then the flowers, the stems start to float and you lose your shape. And so the idea being that the tulip's running in the same direction, so that the viewer's eye goes all the way around. So you could add something to the centre of that design, particularly if it's going to be viewed from bird's eye. So you could put a candle in there maybe, you could put more heads of flowers, you could put heads of other flowers, so things like Singapore orchid, just the blooms, just the florets, you can take them off and add them floating at the bottom. You could just have one large head of something, maybe one large white or green. For this example, hydrangea, I forgot the name. You could have something like that at the base as well. You can also just have foliage or tropical leaves, or you can keep it really simple and nice and clean and just as is. So I might just top that up just a little bit to ensure all of those stems have sufficient water, and then that's as simple as it can be.